want to tell you a little bit about what's going to go on today. We're going to start off with Micah Stoutemore talking about the quantum benchmarking initiative. Let me back up just actually a minute. I told you yesterday that MTO was the greatest office in DARPA, and I will never lie to you, it's totally true. But there are actually 5 other offices in DARPA, and DSO, the Defense Science Office, and MTO share some topics in common. They're more on the 6.1/6.2, and we're, in the case of quantum computing, more on the 6.3, 6.4, 6.7 sort of venue. So if you are a person that wants to develop new qubits, for example, you might want to reach out to DSO. If your quantum computing concept is much more mature and you think that you're ready to be evaluated by the 300 or so experts in the United States government and FFRDCs and UARCs, et cetera, then you'll really be interested in listening to what Micah has to say. It's a huge effort in the office. It's a huge deal for the country, for the White House, for the administration, and it's really fascinating the way they have approached this program. So please pay attention to that. I just told you I wouldn't lie to you, but I actually kind of fibbed a little bit to some people who came to me yesterday and said, DARPA should fund a superconducting factory or a photonics factory or something. And I said, DARPA does not do that, except sometimes we do. The next generation microelectronics manufacturing program actually is about setting up, it's a public-private partnership to set up a 3-dimensional heterogeneous integration advanced packaging site. One of the things that's important to know, right, 3D HI seems to mean different things to different people. Heterogeneous seems to mean different things to different people. For DARPA, what heterogeneous means is materials that are not silicon, right? The silicon might be in there, but the materials are gallium arsenide, gallium nitride, mercury cadmium telluride, lithium niobate, other mixed materials, because we believe that the inclusion of those mixed materials into our microelectronics ecosystem are the thing that's going to allow the United States to regain dominance in the microelectronics area, in the microelectronics manufacturing area. It's a billion-dollar effort. It's a huge effort for us. Mike is going to tell you all about it. But the way I'd like you to be thinking about this is how can you use this place? It's a site that's going to be available for prototyping and low-rate production. It's geared towards low-volume, high-mix sorts of activities. And I'd like you to be thinking as you listen to Mike, how, what experiments do I want to do? What prototypes would I like to envision? What actually is a small business? What products could I make in this facility? And we're seeking information on what could we do with this, and how should we be thinking differently, right? What are we missing as we move forward? So Mike's amazing, but think, how can I be a customer in this space? Then we're going to move to the inimitable Jen Thabit. Jen Thabit is a mover and a shaker at DARPA. She runs the small business office. She's the brains and the inspiration behind DARPA Connect and many of the other innovative ways that we do outreach to the community. She's going to stand up and talk about opportunities that she has and offer interesting ways for you to think about your life. Then John Spiritos will represent the DARPA Commercial Strategies Office. This is a reasonably new office in DARPA, maybe a couple years old. And it's, yesterday I talked about the struggle that we have at DARPA in the community, right? As researchers, we make one really great thing, and then it ends up in my display case, and companies end up, or universities end up struggling to actually go that next step. This is exactly what the Commercial Strategies Office was stood up to do, to help you start a business, to help you think about your business model, to help you think about finding funding. And in fact, we have a we have a program called Venture Horizons that John will talk about to help you actually find that follow-on program. So it's one of the services that we offer to the performers on our programs, and it's just a little incentive for you to actually think about coming to be part of our ecosystem, because we try to take care of you long after the DARPA program is over. Jess Resnick runs DARPA Connect. She's going to talk to you about opportunities that they have for you to hear what's going on in DARPA Connect and the offerings that they have to help you work with DARPA better. And finally, we'll finish up with Colleen Ryan, the DARPA Chief Talent Officer. She's going to talk to you about opportunities to participate with DARPA. There's other things besides being a program manager. The corporate memory at DARPA is the CETA staff. CETA, Science and Engineering Technical Assistants. And that's a great way to get involved. One of my colleagues, actually my very first CETA, told me that he would love to be a DARPA program manager, except the reason that he didn't want to is because I had to leave, but he didn't, so that he could stay and be in the DARPA ecosystem, which is just so much fun forever. But she's going to talk to you about how you can join the ecosystem. This is not the last time you'll hear from me. Fortunately for me, maybe unfortunately for you, you will get to hear from me again. But I just want to make one other plug to come join us. As I told you yesterday, I've worked for the Army for 26 years. I was raised with a sense of service. Coming to DARPA is a service to country, and I heard from a lot of people yesterday about concerns that you have about the future of photonics, the future of quantum, the future of bioengineering in this country. I share that fear, and the best way to make a difference is to come join us as a program manager. Thank you again for being here. Have a wonderful day. I will see you in a little while.